update on Project Risky Business, my 1985 Porsche 928. If you watched the how to install a modern Bremen deck, you saw that I had this annoying buzz shortly after it was installed. When it happened, I noticed the clock went out and the dome lights went out. Went to put a new fuse in and it popped immediately. So that buzzing sound started happening shortly after I put the radio in. So sure enough, looking through the service manual, the 928s, all the interior lights, I believe there's 5 of them. 2 on the door, 1 in the glove box, 1 just above the rear view mirror here, 1 above the passengers, 1 above the back seat, and then of course 1 in the tailgate. Still didn't know if it was any of the dome lights. So but I thought something might be in here that might be causing a problem. When I pulled the access panel off the passenger side of the console here, I moved around some wires that I thought might have been with the new wiring. When I did that, I put a new fuse in that didn't pop. So I knew something had to be going on in here. Sure enough, when I pulled out the clock and looked behind it, if you recall from an earlier video, when I rebuilt the console, I rewired everything because all the connections had literally been eaten by a mouse. So I rebuilt all those, put new clips on, thought they were tight, and unfortunately I was wrong. The clips had come loose, probably when I was doing the assembly and moving the console all around. If you saw what I had to go through to get everything back in place, it was not easy. So in hindsight, I should have put shrink tubing on those connections. I try not to make the same mistake twice, so this time around I put shrink tubing in, used a portable lighter to shrink it on, and that seems to be holding it. Sure enough, put everything back together, and no more annoying buzz, and the clock is working. I just need to reset the time. So just another example of take your time when you touch. You know, this was a mistake of my own doing, and if I had just not rushed it with the clock on that and put the proper connections in, it wouldn't have been a problem. As a side note, all of the dome lights work. It does take a special bulb, so I do need to get a couple more of those. There's 2 of them around. There's a 928 meetup on tomorrow, Sunday, December 11th, up in Madison, New Jersey. So I don't want to do anything to jeopardize not being able to take this car up there. Hopefully, if there's a good turnout, I'll post some content on the 928s that show up at that. One project I still need to do, and I have the part for, is replacing the accelerator cable on this. It sticks a little bit. You hear me running it. My luck, if I were to take the accelerator pedal off now, I wouldn't have it back together in time. So I'm going to order the heater control valve, get that on order. And since the heater control valve and access to the accelerator cable require me to take off the air cleaner and work around the firewall, it just makes sense to have a video on those 2 things when I get those done in the coming days. Things have slowed down here at the middle of December for auction, our normal auction schedule, so that'll free me up to do focus on this car a little bit and get some odds and ends done and just keep moving the car forward in preparation for spring. So that's the latest update on Risky Business. If you're in the Madison, New Jersey area on Sunday, December 11th, The meetup is from 9:30 to 12:30 officially at the Sunday Motor Cafe in Madison. So hope to see you there. Say hello. And if not, just keep watching the videos. If you're liking them and you haven't done so already, please press subscribe. And also, I encourage you to comment. Let me know what you want to see on the car, and I'll gladly respond to that as time permits. So thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Take care.